Hey guys, coming to you from Sin City, baby. Uh, on a less absurd note, um, I've been having a good time. It's been nice. I do have terrible, terrible blisters on my heels though, because I bought some boat shoes and they were from Target, and I was like, these will be fine. And then I decided to like actually try them out before I came down here because I wanted some shoes that I could wear without socks, and they tore up my heels, and I had to return them and get new ones. So the whole trip I have been having to bandage up my heels, and that's been kind of irritating. But I'm still having a really good time. What have we done so far? We saw Zoomanity, which was a Cirque du Soleil show. That was really fun, but also terrifying. So like, you remember as a kid when you go to like a carnival or something, and there'd be like a trapeze artist, but they're doing it over a net, so it's not. It doesn't seem quite insane because like, oh, if they fell, they'd probably live. So at a Cirque du Soleil show, they just swing from a trapeze over the chairs in the audience by their chin, or they fly out over the audience hanging from a ribbon that's wrapped around their hand. And the whole time I'm thinking, this person's going to die, this person's going to die, this person's going to die. And they don't, obviously. I'm assuming that if people died all the time in Cirque du Soleil shows, they wouldn't still be doing them. But it was very terrifying and exciting, and death-defying definitely seems like the appropriate way to describe it. But so that was a lot of fun. What did we do? Last night we went to Fremont. We checked out the aquarium at Mandalay Bay. That was a lot of fun. We've been eating some very good food. The buffets here are pretty good. They're not like the dollar buffets that people tell you are here, because I don't think those exist anymore. But they're still pretty cheap. Also, while you're gambling, people will just bring you drinks for free. Like, I got some wine while I was playing penny slots. So I think that the trick to winning at Vegas is to just play penny slots and bet 1 cent over and over and over again, and just get a bunch of free drinks. And then maybe you waste $10 over the course of a day, but you got more than $10 worth of alcohol. So that's a good deal. I don't know if that actually works though. I imagine they keep track of what you're doing. So far, I have lost money. Not a ton, but I haven't been doing great with the gambling. Partially because I'm not good at walking away when I'm ahead. Like, we put in $5 on a penny slot machine and walked away with 16, and we were like, yes! And I was like, let's put it all on the top 12 on a roulette roll. And then we lost all that. And that's happened a couple times now where I'm like, I won this money, I'm gonna throw it all on lucky number 13. My fingers are kind of huge there, but it hasn't paid out so far. And it's like, it's almost like the odds are stacked in the house's favor here. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know. I'm having a really good time though, and I'm not gambling with any money that I wasn't planning on spending anyway. So I'm trying to be really safe with it. Haley gets really irritated every time I gamble though. She also got really irritated because me and Katie went in and got our fortunes told, and Katie did a tarot reading and I did a palm reading, and that was interesting. It was a lot of fun. I know I said I'd do a challenge video this week, but I'll do those next week, man. I'm in Vegas. I can't. What else are we doing? We're seeing Blue Man Group here in about an hour. This is my watch. So that'll be a lot of fun. We're staying in the Excalibur. I think it's pretty good. It's one of the cheaper hotels on the Strip. It's an MGM hotel. It's pretty nice. I like it. So far, I don't know. No one's been particularly rude. But yeah, Vegas is interesting. There are a few things that have struck me about it, especially like up here on the end of the Strip where we're at. Things are pretty nice for the most part. But if you go down to Fremont, kind of where old Las Vegas is, it gets really seedy really fast. And there's some cool stuff there. Like we saw an Elvis impersonator, which I think was kind of a necessity in Vegas. And what else? We saw some street performers that were interesting. But at the same time, there were people who were like standing out on the street in like pasties and a leather thong. And it just kind of felt like they were degrading themselves for tips. Like, I guess, like a really attractive woman who's begging, but she's also half naked. And so I don't know what to do with that. I remember when I was like 16, I thought it was really cool and sexy for there to be partially nude women who had like a tip jar out and they'd take pictures with you. But as an adult, I find it kind of disturbing, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. It made me very uncomfortable. Also, it's interesting being here because it feels very shallow in a lot of ways. Um, like, if you're dressed well, people just hand you free coupons to stuff. Like, hey, 60% off to go here. And, like, you can get discount tickets to go into gay nightclubs and stuff. I mean, I can, because look at me. But, yeah, they just kind of give stuff away as you walk by, and that's kind of weird. What else have we done? We went to the Tournament of Kings, and that was a lot of fun. I think I'm a little old for it. Like, the kids in the audience were losing their minds, and that was adorable. Like, there's this little boy who was in the Spain section, and when the knight for Spain went riding by, he, like, lost his mind. And that was really cute. And then there was a little girl who was in our section, which was Austria, and she was trying really hard to cheer, but they kept telling you to like raise your hands and say huzzah and to pound on the table and stuff like that. And she was trying to cover her ears the whole time because it was clearly too loud for her. But at the same time, she's trying to participate, so that was really cute. It was a lot of fun. So far, everything's been pretty fun. It's also been kind of expensive. Food here is interesting because a meal at McDonald's is like $14, but a nice buffet with like prime rib is like 18. So the price difference feels really minimal. And it's really hard to not justify just going for the nicer food. I mean, nicer, as it's still buffets. But we've been to a few slightly nicer places so far, and they've been pretty good. And I guess considering the price of everything else, they've felt fairly reasonable. And you can get really good discount tickets everywhere here. It's weird how much the hotels subsidize everything here and how well you can see that. Like, everywhere you go, people are handing out free stuff and discounted stuff. And the airfare here was dirt cheap. I think when I flew to Alaska, I got 90% off because my friend, his mom, worked for Alaskan Air, and I think that was about the same price as what it's cost for us to come down to Vegas. So it's pretty reasonable. I'm having a really good time. I'm excited at the prospect of us all going on a trip next year and doing some filming with that. And I don't know. I need some bonding time with other dudes, because Haley doesn't like when I gamble. I don't know what that's about. She also says that men, when they get together, make each other stupider, which to me sounds like a really good time. I don't know. I'll catch up with you guys later. I'll do a challenge video next week. And I think next week I also have a Saturday video, so I'll do those. I'll try to catch up on my Saturday video that I missed. So I think I owe 2 challenge videos, a Saturday video, and then the videos for next week. So I've got a lot to catch up on. But I'll post some things next week once I get back in town. I'm looking forward to kind of being back in my homeland, because it is so hot here. Anyway,